Welcome back to Bow News Network. We are tracking Tropical Storm Fred, which has made landfall in the Florida Panhandle, and as we anticipated, it's actually moving along the borderline of Alabama and Georgia, making its way as it most likely be downgraded as a depression sometime midday tomorrow on Tuesday. We do anticipate that it's going to bring a significant amount of rainfall to the region of Atlanta and Macon, Georgia. And we anticipate that based on the Doppler radar imagery that we're seeing, that residents in the region should anticipate that the rainfall is going to be to the tune of possibly an inch and a half to 2 inches per an hour in some locations. As we take a closer look at the Doppler radar, we can clearly see that area of rotation moving into the region near just west of Tallahassee, but east of Panama City, and you can actually see those flash flood advisory zones as it makes its way in. There have been several local spotter reports of very, very significant thunderstorm wind damage and also hail, as well as all the different factors that are associated with significant thunderstorm activity and tropical storm activity in the region. But based on the track that is going on right now, we can clearly see that we anticipate that this system is going to be impacting the Atlanta. Residents of Atlanta should prepare for a lot of rain, very, very locally damaging winds as it makes its way in. Right now, at this particular time, based on the latest update from the National Hurricane Center, the winds are coming in maximum sustained at about 50 miles per an hour. It's actually moving northeast at about 10 miles per an hour, and the pressure at this particular time is just around 999 millibars. So as it made landfall, the pressure actually started to drop, and we've seen that actually occur with quite a few tropical storms in this region, and that basically just signifies that possibly strengthening an organization of cyclonic formation of the system just prior to making landfall. So it was pretty interesting that the pressure actually dropped quite a bit just before making landfall, just a little bit to the west of Tallahassee, the capital of Florida. But we actually clearly see the bands, and when we actually take a look at the 1 hour rainfall totals, we're seeing totals of 2.0 inches to 2.5 inches in some per an hour of rainfall. So this system is going to really inundate the area with a lot of rain and precipitation as it makes its way further inland. The maximum sustained winds have only dropped maybe about possibly about 5 or 10 miles per an hour, and it's significantly inland now. So we anticipate that tropical storm force winds will be felt all the way up to Atlanta and Macon, Georgia. And with that said, they should anticipate significant amount of rainfall also as it makes its way in the region. We should really make a note here also that with these types of tropical storms, it's not unlikely that there will be conditions favorable for tornadoes forming. So residents in the region along the border of Alabama and Georgia should prepare for any kind of tornado advisory warning system, just in case that this system will spawn tornadoes in the region, and then you'll be able to take the necessary steps to protect yourself and your life and the life of your family should a tornado be spawned by this system as it moves into the area of Georgia and Alabama. But we can clearly see the bands all the way impacting all the way up to Sandy Springs in Athens, Georgia, even though the center rotation only recently made landfall. So this is a pretty encompassing system, and we can clearly see those bands extending all the way up to North Georgia already. But we can see that the center of rotation, based on the National Weather Service, It's basically on the state line of Alabama, Georgia, and Florida at this particular time, but the outer squalls extend all the way up to northern Georgia. So this system is going to be impacting residents of Georgia and Alabama for the next 12 hours at least, even 24 hours. It makes its way towards the border of North Carolina and Tennessee into the region of Virginia and West Virginia on Wednesday. So we'll see a lot of rainfall in that region. As we take a closer look, we can actually see that what you should anticipate for going into the rest of the week with the progression of tropical depression Grace. Residents of Jamaica are going to receive a lot of rainfall as a result of this system. Right now, based on the 8 p.m. Monday advisory from the National Hurricane Center, we can actually see that it's actually off the coast of Haiti and impacting the island nation of Haiti here at nightfall, bringing a significant amount of rainfall. Residents of Jamaica will start to feel the impact of Tropical Depression Grace momentarily as those outer squalls start to produce quite a bit of rainfall. Hopefully, residents will be prepared for significant rainfall. There'll be possibly flooding. We anticipate that flooding will become an issue not only for the north coast and the southeastern coast of Jamaica as this system moves towards the island nation of Jamaica, but residents of Grand Cayman and Cayman Islands should prepare for a direct impact from Tropical Depression Grace. Soon to be possibly upgraded to a tropical storm sometime on during the day on Tuesday. So we're tracking the system pretty closely. As we can see from the projection from the National Hurricane Center, residents in the region of Jamaica and Grand Cayman, along with the southern border of Cuba, will be impacted by tropical depression, soon to be tropical storm Grace. Also, we can see it's going to be making an impact along the Yucatan Peninsula, and based on projections, it may become a Category 1 hurricane by Friday. So here we are on Monday, and we are seeing a progression and strengthening. Once it skirts along the Yucatan Peninsula, then it will venture into very, very warm water, and at that particular time may gather enough strength. Based on the projections from the National Hurricane Center, they're anticipating even further strengthening to possibly a hurricane. But we will continue to monitor this system along with Tropical Storm Fred as it makes its way towards Atlanta at this particular time. And we will bring the latest update to you live here from Bow News Network. We're going to be continuing to monitor the track of tropical depression, soon to be Tropical Storm Grace, as it skirts along the north coast of Jamaica and impacts the region of Cuba. Keep in mind, we can clearly see that there's tropical storm warning along the southeastern coast of Cuba, simply because the more intense weather and more intense winds tend to be on the northeast side of the storm, based on the cyclonic rotation of the storm. Generally speaking, we can anticipate that the more intense storm activity and the more intense winds, as well as the more intense rain, will be on the side of the northeastern side and the eastern side of circulation as it makes its way. Not to say that the residents of Jamaica will not be impacted by the storms, being that they're on the southern side of the storm. This storm is pretty wide, and we anticipate that it's going to be strengthening as it makes its way over open water after exiting the region of Haiti, and it will continue to strengthen until it impacts Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula. So we're really concerned for the residents not only of Jamaica and the Caymans and Cuba, but also it will be a stronger storm along the Yucatan, and that's right in line with Cancun. So we're going to be monitoring to see exactly how this storm impacts various land masses, and hopefully providing the latest information for our subscribers so that they can make the best decisions ahead of the storm so that they can prepare for its impact. So, as always, we want to thank all of our subscribers for tuning in to BioNews Network. We're going to be continuing to monitor Tropical Storm Fred as it makes its way further inland. Um, we anticipate significant, based on the flash flood warnings that have been issued, we anticipate significant amount of flooding in the region along the border of Alabama and Georgia. And we do hope that residents will be taking the necessary precautions, especially as it goes further inland, because they're going to be receiving a lot of additional heavy, significant rainfall. And as it makes its way further in, keep in mind that we anticipate the more intense showers will be on the eastern and the northeastern side of rotation of Tropical Storm Fred as it makes its way further in. But these flash flood advisories are going to be in effect for Panama City, Crystal Lake, Bristol region, and for the remainder of the evening for the next 3 or 4 hours, or at least, as the system makes its way further into along the border of Alabama and Georgia. And we'll continue to monitor the system and bring you the latest updates here from Bound News Network. As always, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share if you're new to this channel, and also smash that notification bell so that when we go live, you will be prompted and you'll be able to watch the entire forecast. So thank you for watching Bound News Network. We do appreciate you tuning in, and we just want to make sure that you are as what's actually happening with tropical storm Fred as it makes its way further inland. If you happen to be a resident in northern Florida, you do have time to actually start preparing for more higher wind gusts. Keep in mind that it's currently at about 50 miles per hour, and also you should be preparing for locally damaging winds, possibly hail, and possibly even touchdown of a funnel cloud or a tornado in the region, which is typical of these types of tropical storms as they make their way further inland. It is possible. So definitely we're going to be keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Fred, as well as Tropical Depression Grace as they migrate. Now we're actually looking at Tropical Storm Henri, which is just southeast of Bermuda at this time. The winds for Henri are 40 miles per hour, maximum sustained winds, moving south-southwest at 5 miles per hour. And the pressure for Henri is 1,010 millibars, and it's basically just a few miles, about 100 to 150 miles off the coast of Bermuda, and it's doing sort of a counterclockwise path around Bermuda. So we'll continue to monitor the tropics and bring you the latest information. But Henri was just recently upgraded to from a Tropical Depression 8 to Tropical Storm Henri. So thank you for watching Bound News Network. We will continue to take a look at what's actually happening in the tropics and bring you the latest information to you. And of course, once you have that notification bell tapped, then you'll be able to get our live stream as soon as we go live. Well, thank you for watching Bound News Network, and have a great day. Take care. And always remember to bow to the weather and take care. Thank you.